With 2024 about to start, we at CDM-LEC thought it would be the perfect opportunity to give you a full rundown through our current collection. Would you like to drop by and visit us? You're most welcome. Please make sure to let us know in advance. Let me first briefly introduce CDM-LEC in case you're not yet familiar with us. At CDM-LEC, our passion lies in curating a family of historically significant watch brands, each with its unique and captivating story, inviting both novice and experienced collectors to either start or enhance their watch collection. Our journey began with reviving Lebois & Co in 2014. Lebois & Co.'s latest collection is the Heritage Chronograph, a modern version of our brand's vintage chronographs. In 2020, we added Era to CDM-LEC's watch brand family. Era is known for having been one of the selected suppliers of Type 20 flyback chronograph watches for pilots in the French Army from the 1950s to the 1990s. Given the importance of the Type 20, it was only logical that Era's new collection would start with an updated yet faithful re-edition of this 1950s classic. So after 18 months of development, the Type 20 re-edition and 2 sold-out limited editions found their way to collectors around the world in 2022. After the success of our first Type 20 models in 2022, we of course wanted to resume production. However, we were faced with a challenge. The movement we used, which was made by Les Joux-Perret, could no longer be supplied because their new base movement no longer supported the flyback option, which is mandatory for a Type 20 since the flyback complication was one of the requirements in the Type 20 spec written by the French Ministry of Defense. Fortunately, by the end of 2022, we found a perfect alternative in Manufacture AMT, the high-end division of movement manufacturer Sellita in La Chaux-de-Fonds, Switzerland. AMT has since been developing and producing our brand new AM2 hand-wound column wheel chronograph movement. It boasts up to 63 hours of power reserve and its chronograph can count up to 30 minutes. It has Inca block shock protection and its accuracy is regulated to no less than 5 positions. Then the watches. After several months of developing and prototyping, I am proud to show you the all-new Era Pilot Collection. The Type 20 Rev 421436S, the Type 20 Furtivité Limited Edition Rev 421889, and the Type 21 Rev 423438. Apart from the new movement inside, you might notice some visual changes when comparing to the first version delivered in 2022. The bezel has filling, there is a sapphire crystal instead of plexi, the Superluminova grade used on the dial and hands is now X1, which is easier to activate and glows up to 60% brighter after 2 hours. And it says 23 rubies on the dial instead of 24, which refers to the amount of jewels used in the movement. The dimensions of the new version remained exactly the same. The bezel measures 39.5 mm in diameter and the case is 39 mm in diameter. Early 2023, we announced the limited edition Type 20 Furtivité. Furtivité is French for stealth, the military technology that hides aircraft and other vessels from radar detection. The anthracite shade of the Furtivité is provided by a diamond-like carbon coating done by Sivaco in Geneva, Switzerland, and gives this Type 20 a sleek identity, solidly complementing any outfit from dusk till dawn. In addition to the well-known Type 20, there was also a Type 21 in Era's history. The Type 21 featured an almost identical aesthetic appearance. However, the specs mandated by the French Ministry of Defense demanded a sturdier movement to decrease maintenance expenses. The new Type 21 is based on a vintage model from the 1960s, which was offered at auction by Sotheby's in 2021 and by Loopdis in 2022. Since the movement used in a new Type 20 is already compliant to today's modern specifications, the specs of the Type 21 are the same as the Type 20s. There are some subtle visual differences though. The black dial has a glossy finish and features Era's crown logo. The bezel has a lume triangle at 12 o'clock and the lume used on the dial and bezel is old radium grade X1. These features, although subtle, make the Type 21 a slightly different watch than the Type 20 in terms of style. The Submarine Re-Edition is, like the Type 20, extremely close to the original piece from the 1960s. It was brought back to life through a collab project, in collaboration with our community of fans and watch enthusiasts from around the world. The result is a collection of 2 re-editions with 18-karat gold-plated hands and 4 limited editions, each with its specific dial, hands, lume and strap color configuration. We have ocean green with silver polished hands and light old radium lume, deep blue with white numbers and hands and a matching blue strap, faded black with silver hands and C3 lume, and the tropical brown dial with bronze colored hands and light old radium lume. One of the most interesting features of the Submarine is its Parmentier crown system. Named after its inventor Jean-René Parmentier, this system consists of a screw-on crown cap to guarantee water tightness around the crown area. When unscrewing the crown cap, the real crown is revealed, which can be used to wind the watch and set the time. Fun fact, the real crown has notches where the crown cap, when you flip it over, fits exactly on to wind the movement. This was a clever invention, especially for the non-automatic versions of the original Submarine. To honor the original Submarine, to remain historically accurate, and because we just thought it was utterly cool, we have reintroduced the Parmentier crown on the new Submarine. The movement used for the Submarine is based on La Joux-Perret's G100, a self-winding mechanical movement with an impressive 60 hours of power reserve. It has a solid tungsten rotor and its accuracy is regulated to 4 positions. It is finished in Saunier with blue screws. Last but not least, to stay true to history, the new Submarine will, as the original piece, have a custom Fixoflex bracelet, the iconic stretch watch band that sold over 100 million pieces. The first 4 Heritage Chronograph models came to life through our collaboration initiative called Collab. Together with our community of fans and watch enthusiasts throughout the world, we took inspiration from the vintage archives and decided on the shape and finishing of the case and dials. With the first batch quickly sold out, we are currently producing the second batch of the Heritage Chronograph collection. All Heritage Chronograph models are 39mm in diameter, have sapphire crystal front and back, and use our LC450 movement, which is made by La Joux-Perret. It uses a column wheel for precise chronograph operations and has 60 hours of power reserve. Out of the first 4 models, the most popular is Ref 324478. It has a salmon dial that has a mix between circular brush and sandblasted finishing and gold applied indexes, just as the inspiration piece from the 1940s. Runner-up is Ref 497. With a thin sandblasted cream colored dial and silver polished subdials, and blue and black hands. This watch is quite special for me personally because it most closely resembles the auctioned watch at Christie's that inspired Le Co's revival back in 2014. Not far behind are Refs 442 and 472. Ref 442 has a sun-brushed light silver opaline dial with black sector print, blue tachymeter scale and all blue hands. Ref 472 is another salmon colored dial with pulsation scale, metal dots on the even hours and the azurage pattern behind the indexes that we used on the very first collections of Le Co. Besides the 4 models that were conceived in the Collab project, we meanwhile added 3 more models. First, there is a collaboration watch with Indian Motorcycle. For this special edition, we took inspiration from Le Co's classics of the past, Indian Motorcycle's rich heritage of designs, and the vibrant colors of Indian's new Sport Chief. The result is the Heritage Chronograph Indian Motorcycle, a collaborative effort between Le Co and Indian Motorcycle, America's first motorcycle company founded in 1901. Our latest Heritage Chronograph, Ref 324406, draws inspiration from Le Co's history with gilt dials. In 2018, a vintage Le Co chronograph at an auction by Monaco Legend Group caught our attention. It featured Breguet numerals on a white dial. We explored various renditions to match our design principles. Our designer Mathieu Allègre ultimately reimagined the numerals, resulting in a watch that truly embodies Le Co's essence. Last but not least, there's Ref 324437, a special edition for our retailer Timekeeper in Kuwait. It features a black and gold dial with Hindu Arabic numerals. Only 50 pieces have been made, and these will only be available for purchase on Timekeeper's website and in their new gallery in Kuwait. That's it for this CDM Lex collection update. Visit cdmlec.com for company information, or visit our brand-specific websites era.com or leblanco.com for more information about our specific models and brands. Thanks for watching and see you next time.